Okay, welcome everyone to our daily Forex market analysis call, and this is in preparation for trading on November 30th, 2017. Just a quick disclaimer before we get started. This is for educational purposes only. Trading is a risky business, so please be careful with your money. All right, so let's take a look at what's going on. All right, so currently there is a bit of volatility in the market as we have seen over the last couple of days. And we have basically a big thing that's going on right now are the Brexit negotiations that are really impacting the market. Yesterday we had North Korea situation. So just bear that in mind because that will have an impact. So today, New Zealand, we have a negative business confidence number come up, which is not good for New Zealand dollar. And as we can see, we'll take a look at the charts here. We have seen a drop in New Zealand dollar as a result of that. And coming up, and we also had private capital expenditure number for Australia, which came in line with expectations, so not much difference there. Building approvals number was positive. We were looking for or expecting a negative number, but then it came in as positive. So that's good for Aussie here. So let's take a look at what do we have coming up. Tomorrow, November 30th, we have flash CPI for Eurozone. CPI is an important number because this is the inflation number that the central banks look for when they're making decisions about interest rates. So that's an important number. We also have current account for Canadian dollar. So current account is like trade balance, exports minus imports minus exports. So this is an important number. And then we also have unemployment claims, Chicago PMI. Again, PMI numbers are important here. But other than that, we have a fairly quiet day in terms of news. So hopefully things will settle down as we go into tomorrow. So let's take a look at where do we stand today. All right. Sorry. So here we were looking for, after the day here, we were looking for price to pull back and drop. So it pulled back, but hasn't dropped. And now, so we do have a lower high still, but the close for the day is a bit neutral. We do see the price has pushed up a bit, but it's still neutral. So going into tomorrow for euro dollar, I'm looking for a retest of this level, 1.1880 level, and that will be the decision point. If the price stays below this 1.1880 level, then we can see the price drop. And in that case, we are looking for price to test the low from today, which is 1.1800. And if it goes through that, we're looking for price to drop further into this 1750 level. But the test will be that 1880 level, which is right about here, which is the tip of this pin. So very, very small move for the day today. Well, a relatively small move for the day today. So basically, I'm looking for a retest of this level, 1.180, which is also our R1 level. So looking for that type of a move. And then our first target would be this 1800. And then below that, looking for price to drop into this 1.1750 level. So that's the plan. But if it breaks above this 1880, then we are back into this 1940 level, back into the highs again. So we'll just have to see how that lines up. Okay, so pound here, pound, very, very bullish day for the pound. Now we have closed above this previous high, so this is bullish. I'm looking for price to continue on higher. And in this case, we could see the price go all the way into 135.13 level, which is this up here. We could see price come into resistance at 134.50 level. So that's something we'll have to keep in mind. But if it breaks above that, we are looking for price to go into this 1.35.13 level. So back into the highs here. So looking at, as we can see here, the bias is still bullish here. We can see price making higher highs, and it is making higher lows. So price is certainly looking bullish here. It's holding above this previous highs, so looking quite bullish. So if it stays above this pivot point, which is at 133.87 level, then we're looking for price to move up higher. But overall, the close for the day is quite bullish. Aussie here. Aussie is, we did see a drop in Aussie, so we have a bearish close for the day. So overall, we are moving lower here. So the bias is to the downside. I'm looking for price to drop into this 75.30 area, which is the bottom here. So looking for price to pull back and then drop. So in terms of the pullback, we could potentially see, price go all the way up into 7,600 level, or we may just see it come into this 75.92-ish level. So it's fairly close. So looking for price to go into this R1 level, see how we have support and resistance over here. So looking for pull back into that level and then a drop from there. So sort of like this. And the target will be this S1 level, which is 75.30 area. So looking for a drop there. New Zealand dollar here, we have a bearish close. So we had a nice pin bar here, a bearish close, and now with the negative data, we are moving lower. So in this case, the target would be the lows here. And so we're looking for 67, 80-ish level to the downside. So price, the bias is to the downside here, looking for price to continue lower. We do have this quite an inefficient move here. So when we have an inefficient move, generally price can fill this inefficiency. So we could see price go up higher, but overall I am looking for price to drop further. So this is bearish and price is making a lower high. So the bias is certainly to the downside. And just based on, even if let's say we didn't see the data here, just based on the daily close here, this looks bearish, so I would have expected a drop from purely technical perspective. Dollar CAD here, as we can see, we have 3 days of bullish close. Now we are above this level that we were looking at, looking for price to continue higher into 129.20 area, back into the highs here. So this is looking bullish as well. And in terms of our pullbacks, we could see a pullback into this level, which is 128.30. So in this case, the move that I would look for is this. Or we could see a slightly deeper pullback into this area here, 128.20 area, which is also lines up with our S1. So either way, whether it pulls into, it does a shallow pullback into 128.37 or into this one, it still looks bullish. So overall, as we can see, we are making higher highs and higher lows. So the bias is certainly to the upside. So bullish for dollar CAD. Excuse me. Pound, Euro, Swiss franc here. Euro, Swiss franc. We had a bearish close. Then we have had like a lower high. So still the bias is sort of neutral now. We have a bullish candle close with a little pin on the top. So this looks quite neutral. At this point, it could go either way. So not the best signal, very, very small move for the day. So we'll have to see how this plays out. So if the price stays below this support and resistance coming over here, or it goes like, I will look for a test of this R1 level. So if the price stays below this R1 level at 1.1680, as long as it stays below, the bias still remains to the downside, and essentially we'd be looking for price to move lower. So the target, first target would be into this area here, which is 1.1640 area, and then we're looking for 1.1600. But the critical thing here will be to see if the price, how price reacts to this 1.1680 level. If it stays below, then we are looking for a drop. But if it doesn't, if it breaks above this, so if it does one of these, then I'm looking for price to go and test the highs again. So we'll just have to see how price plays out. But overall, price is still making lower high, neutral close for the day, so not the best signal here. Pound Swiss franc, we were bullish here, and we had talked about if the price closes above 1.3180 level yesterday. It has done that and it broke above. So the next target here is 1.3250, and above that, now we are into these previous levels here. In that case, the next stop, we're looking at 3320 level. So bias here is bullish and looking for price to move up higher. So that's pound Swiss franc. Dollar Swiss franc, very, very neutral close for the day. So we had price go into this 98.70 level that we had talked about yesterday, but price has rejected that level. And now we have pins on both sides. We do have a green candle close, but it is as we can see, the move is looking very compressed. See how this move was quite nicely moving to the downside? The up move is not as smooth. What that tells us that price is not really that bullish. So we could see a drop here. So this is neutral close. As long as price stays below 0.9880 level, we could see the price drop. So this is the type of move we could likely see here. 98.80. If price stays below, then looking for price to drop further. So that's what I'm looking for. Pound CAD, very bullish. Looking for price to move up higher here. 1.7400 will be the next level higher. But actually prior to that, so 73.29 level, or 73.50 level will be the next target to the upside. We are seeing price expand here. It's picking up momentum. So this looks quite bullish at the moment. Pound yen, same thing, looking quite bullish. We have seen the close above the support and resistance level at 149.50 and now moving on higher. The target here is 151.50 level. So back into these highs. So looking for price to move up higher. Pound yen is looking bullish. Euro yen is looking bullish here as well. We have seen a bullish engulfing candle close. See how this green candle has overtaken the red candle, so that has changed the bias now, and we are making higher lows as well. So in this case, looking for price to move up higher now. The first target will be 133.50 level and then potentially into 133.80. So Euro yen is looking bullish at the moment. Aussie yen is looking bullish as well here. Here we are. It is back into the highs here at 85.00. So this looks bullish. We did have a bearish bias, bearish trend line here, but now it has crossed that. So now it is into the top of this range that price has stayed in for the last few days. So if the price breaks above 8,500 and holds above 85, then I'm looking for price to move up higher into this 85.70 or 85.80 level, back into this candle here, the top of this candle. So again, the critical level would be 85.00. If it breaks above, then looking for price to continue higher then. Dollar yen here, this is looking bullish as well. We have seen price break above the support and resistance area that we had talked about yesterday. So now looking quite bullish. The next target here will be the top of this candle, this pin bar right here, or this pin, 112.50 level. So right now, looking for price to push up higher. CAD yen, very, very neutral close of for the day, not the best signal, but if all the other yen crosses move up, this is likely to continue higher as well. So I would keep an eye on that. New Zealand yen, we are struggling. Price has struggled with this level. We had talked about this the other day. So now we are back into the bottom of this, into our trend line. So if the other crosses actually push up higher, in that case, New Zealand yen can push up higher as well. But overall, just from New Zealand perspective, New Zealand yen is looking bearish. So for now, but that's because of New Zealand weakness. So if yen crosses go turn bullish, New Zealand yen could turn bullish as well, just because of the yen side of it. All right, so that's all I have. Any questions or anything to add here? Okay, so I will take that as a no. We will have our London session again. So you guys have a good evening, and I will see you in the London session bright and early. Bye for now.